Hey guys, I'm Bing and I've been to TAF for 5 years straight now and from 2006 to 2011 and this will be my sixth year if I went. Um, Sorry I don't have a very elaborate video or entertaining video. I just thought that for my week I would do something basic, something that would truly describe how I feel about TAF. Um, the rest of the video will not be scripted, so um, I'm just basically winging the whole thing. I just have a list of things that I want to cover that I can't find, but that's okay. Hopefully it won't take me that many times to make this video. But yeah, I just want to talk about how much TAF really means to me and how much every single one of you means to me. TAF has always been that place where I felt comfortable. I felt as though I belonged there. And I've told this a lot of times, but I've been a lot of places like Taiwan, London, Scotland, Chicago, and now Guam, and been to 16 different schools. I've always had that new kid tag hanging above my head. At, TAF, however, is that place where I don't have that tag following me around. I've known most of these guys for 5 years, for 6 years now, and I don't think I've ever known someone for that long actually, besides my family. I've never had a 6 year long friendship before. It was always I'd become good friends with a group of people, but then I had to move to another place and had to start this cycle all over again. And but that doesn't happen in TAF. People at TAF are friends that will stay with you for the rest of your life. I mean, and it always makes me so happy that uh, TAFers from 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago are still friends today. They still hang out with each other and attend each other's weddings and still keep in touch with each other from time to time. Um, some of the people I met are here at TAF are the best friends I've ever had. I mean, there aren't many people in the world where you don't mind Skyping or wooing for 8 hours a day, especially on a Friday night where you could be hanging out with your school friends or Sunday night before school when you really need to sleep. I think TAF for me is a place where really want to try to be the person I really want to be. It may not be the person that I truly am, but it's true. It truly is the person I want to be. It it it's kind of like that New Year's resolution that I don't want to break 2 days after. It's one that actually want to keep. Um, TAF has seriously taught me a lot of stuff over in the 5 years I've been to it. I remember I used to be so ashamed of being Asian. I would always avoid talking to other Asians and make excuses to leave when another Asian talked to me. Um, I remember in fourth grade, I used to dye my hair blonde because I wanted to be anything but Asian. Of course, it only turned out brown because my hair was so black, and Jason knows what I'm talking about. But this mindset changed after I went to TAF. I started to accept myself. I started to accept that I can't change the way the way that I am, and I was on the right track, baby. I was born this way, and don't tell anybody I made a Lady Gaga reference, and you guys had no proof anyway. Um, what else? TAF has taught me to be more open, to share whenever I feel down or have something bottled inside that is dying to come out. I remember before I went to TAF, I used to be so shy, and my mom would compare me to a rice cooker, and how it's cold at the beginning and then it starts to heat up. And that's a pretty good analogy of me, because when I was little, I would rarely talk with people that I didn't know but I was so loud with people that I was comfortable with. But in my first year at TAF, it only took me a few days to become comfortable with you guys. It only took me a couple of days for the rice to cook, so to speak, when it would usually take me a month or two. TAF has taught me so much things in the years that I went, so much that I want to give back to TAF. I want to show TAF that I truly am grateful that my parents pushed me to go to this camp that's full of Asians. I want to show TAF that I can put what it taught me to the real test. And last December was when the truth test was put on me. Last December, I moved to Guam after 8 years in Chicago, and usually every time I move, I would be reluctant to do so, but last year I wanted to show how much my parents mean to me, how much I love them. So I didn't put up a fight when I was told that I would be moving here to Guam, and I didn't want to separate my family anymore, because that was what was really bringing me down the past few years, and I didn't want for me and my mom to be staying back in Chicago while my dad was here alone in Guam. So I did what I thought was best, was the right thing to do, and try not to look back ever since I came here. And I've always used some of this, and here in Guam I've used some of the stuff that TAF has taught me, like to meet people, and I used those lessons to make some really great friends. And I definitely wouldn't be able to do this if I never went to TAF 6 years ago. I definitely wouldn't be able to do this because I was super shy, and 60% of my school right now are Asians. No, 80% are Asians and 60% are Koreans. But yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to say. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, I have one request for you guys. My request is to please don't be political. And politics, I believe, will bring us apart. I mean, there's always been discussion about Taiwanese independence, but we've only talked about one side of the view, the pan-green side. But the pan-blue side of the view is equally as good and important. So if we were to have discussions about this, we should educate the TAFers about. We should educate everyone on both sides of the issue, of the issue, not just one side, or just not talk about it at all. So that's my one request for the TAFers. So that should about sum it up. Thanks for listening. I hope you guys have so much fun at TAF this year, but not too much fun without me, please. I can't wait to see all the pictures, hear all the stories, and watch all the videos that you guys made. So thanks again, and have a good TAF 2011.